Dinh-Kha B is on a Runick variant with an engine I don't think we've ever seen in the metagame before, have we, Alberto?
No, never. I think that it's very particular because basically he's playing also, I mean, in Runick deck usually you don't ever see Sprite in them, but he has a small package of Sprite monsters and also a starter. And then on the other side, as Marcello was mentioning, he's playing this very particular 4-high engine, which we're really looking forward to seeing. And I think Dinh-Kha showed us over the last few YCSs how consistent the Runick deck is, and I think he was the first player ever showing how powerful the Naturia Runick back then was.
There it is, the fossil dig. Yeah, this is the main other portion of the deck he is playing. This actually searches Rex, Fright, for hire. This is a dinosaur monster as part of the Fur Hire archetype, which is one of the most powerful support cards we've seen relative to an archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh!
And I think one of the main reasons why also he plays this is because he plays, Sprites, so it's very good. He's a level 2.
Duel and Lock.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Duel and Lockbird in the main, Marcello.
Yeah, and this is amazing against the Dinh-Kha deck. I was about to say Jessica probably for the first time is the one reading cards. Usually she's used to her opponents reading her cards, but the Duel and Lock here is insane.
It's particularly good against this deck. In general, Runick is a draw deck. You're deck thinning, you're getting those resources out, but also with the sprites, you can't search. And on top of that, the whole point of the Fur Hire engine is that it has this really powerful draw combo using Folgo and the effect of the spell Rookie for Hire. Yeah. And now under Duel and Lockbird, you can't do any of this. And it feels so bad to special a Jet here, doesn't it?
Absolutely, every single card, and even this engine, as we mentioned, gets you to some searches. But here we see another plan from Dinh-Kha, who obviously is not happy with this, but will try his best to stay in this game and gonna go for the Mannequin Cat.
Yeah, Mannequin Cat is a card we saw popularized a little bit last year. It has such a diverse array of options because it is simply a special summon from your deck, a monster with the same attribute or type that your opponent controls. And the secondary effect here, we see that resolving, bringing the Duel and Lockbird that was discarded by Jessica back onto the field here. And yeah, I guess we'll wait and see what the target is. Is that Rikka or Dompa? It's Dompa.
Dompa, yeah.
So special summoning from the deck, an attribute that Jessica controls. That's a wind monster, Dompa being a wind. Special summoning out Dompa, Marksman for another level 2.
Yeah, and the Dompa gets you a Fur Hire from the end, so we could see the special summon of the Rex that has been searched previously on. And it's a pretty decent start. He can also destroy a card on the field, which obviously could be the draw, but let's see. I really don't know where Dinh-Kha could go from here because the Duel and Lock shuts down also the fountain, so it's definitely tough. But here we see what we just mentioned. So he's gonna special summon Rex.
And unfortunately cannot use the Rex here. Typically it would get that spell card, the Rookie for Hire, that helps you climb up into some good draw power, as well as comboing with the Folgo. But yeah, Duel and Lockbird. Good meta pick, I suppose, do you think, this format?
I mean, it seems like in these past few rounds that we have been doing commentary on, it has been amazing. So maybe, yeah, I guess so.
This was the only time you don't want to see that is against Labyrinth, am I right, Alberto?
Yeah, no, but I think the Duel and Lock in this format is very powerful. Most of the decks played this weekend were Runicks, and I mean, still here Dinh-Kha is managing somehow to put some pressure on her opponent. But also I'm very curious, Dinh-Kha extra deck is full of one-offs. So it will be very curious and asking him if he wins this, how he manages his matchup against Kashtira, no?
Yeah, it's weird because like you have all these level 2s that combo really well into the Sprite portion with Gigantic, and he's only playing one Gigantic. He's playing 2 Folgo. He values the second Folgo over the second Gigantic. That's insane.
Wow.
All right,
it's also interesting, yeah, that he didn't go for the Dompa destroying the draw. So I would be surprised if Dinh-Kha didn't know what Jessica is playing, especially because she was on stream. So keeping the draw would make more sense against a deck like Kashtira, obviously. But
so I think maybe it's to do with the zones. If you keep the Duel and Lockbird in the middle, when you go for that Jasmine triangle, you can't make the healer or the Dryas to trigger the Jasmine. I think maybe that's potentially what he's going for here, but Yeah, still going despite this drone lockboard, using the Donner for hire. You know, we talked a little bit about it throughout the day as a card that is, you know, that Diamond Direwolf effect, but it's a for hire card. It actually does something else in for hire. All right, and that is then going to bring back the Rex and the Dompa here.
Is he actually using some targets? Because I know he's playing Thunder King Ryo, but is it in the main deck or just the side deck?
Yeah, it's just in the side deck.
Side deck,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because that card is obviously really strong in any mirror match, you know. And let's see.
Because now you just go with Masquerade, and then later on I think you want to go for the Unicorn in your opponent's turn, if you really feel like. Still, I mean, playing under Journal Lock, of course, puts you in trouble, but I'm guessing if, I think,
this is the beauty of Rex. It has a secondary effect. You can banish it and get back a few of your cards from the graveyard or special summon a monster. So this is how you can pretty much link climb and as he's doing. So
yeah, this Donner for hire acts is almost like a Mo Cricket to an extent. It's a special summon of 1, and if you do bring back a Fur Hire, you can get another Fur Hire. And that is how he's able to just put up all of these link monsters through the Droll and Lockbird and the Masquerena as well. Still not done with the turn here.
Ooh, nice starter is really nice here.
One off.
You think we just maybe end on a red or a carrot?
Yeah, one of them. I think knowing that you're playing against Rikka, you might want to put up maybe the red.
So he's considering it, yeah. Obviously, not afraid.
Ooh, okay.
But the blue. Blue, interesting, okay. Obviously not gonna be able to use the effect.
Yeah, that Droll and Lockbird has resolved.
That's an interesting summon, I would say.
Fountain to wrap up the turn here, it looks like. No Runick's played. Oh no, there was one Runick in the graveyard, I think. So one more could be a draw too on Jessica's turn here. All right, well, this was an incredibly powerful and strong opening by Dinh-Kha B, despite the Droll and Lockbird, which is such a detrimental card in this deck because, like I said, this is a very focused on the draw power of this deck to help complement those Runicks, and yeah, well, let's see if Jessica can do anything.
Yeah, still interesting that he opted to go for the blue instead of the red.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
All right, Lokai's a good start. Now, the problem is Masquerena is going to be activated in response to the normal summon here, going to go into a... Okay, that's a big link summon. Are we going for Underworld God? No, we're actually going to go for Folgo.
Interesting.
All right, so this Folgo now gets the trigger here, using 3 different materials for its summon.
Exactly. So first of all, you can special summon a Furior monster with a different type from the one you used from your deck. Also, if a card your opponent controls is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can draw a card, and then again, if you have 3 or more Furior monster, you draw 2 more, so you can draw 3 cards with it.
And then comboing that with the Fountain, that's a lot of disruption we can potentially get just on this simple activation of the Masquerena into the Folgo.
Very interesting, yeah. Because now it's where the Dompa comes into play. By using its effect, he's able to destroy the low chip and then pretty much draw 3 potentially with, depending how many he's used, because he used a different type.
Yeah,
he needs pretty much a different type. Yeah, he does have it. So this is
wow,
crazy.
And it comes the Raffaele, how you know.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to draw 3, and as you mentioned, Nadir, any Runick card is gonna be amazing here.
Yeah, Raphael as well has a bonus effect off the top of the deck. We can excavate, and it doesn't just add Fur Hire cards when it excavates off the top of the deck, it adds any card off the top of the deck.
Yep.
And this is again, I think, the beauty of the.
And there's a Runick card.
Okay.
And just takes the freezing curses. That is absolutely incredible. Just a free freezing curses from the champion for hire.
Nice. And now he draws 3
and
cards.
There's 3 cards drawn.
Crazy opening, even through this drawn and lock. Wow.
All right.
We do see the Therian.
Probably one of the better extenders in this deck is the Lilyborea. Gets to target a plant in the graveyard, special summoning it back.
I think we've never seen someone playing and then drawing a lock and then drawing as many.
I know, right?
No.
Yeah. I can't draw the
Flashing
reminder.
fire.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, it just has it. Yeah, we're gonna
And
pick
yeah,
up. There it
that's
is.
it.
To here,
Wow.
Jessica most likely wanting to go first with this powerful plant combo deck that we've seen pay off really well in the previous round. And will it work against such a unique strategy that Dinh-Kha B has managed to come up with here?
Okay, we start with Princess, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Rikka Princess here that should get into the rest of the engine.
And the
for
reading
Jesco.
begins.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is so interesting that Dinh-Kha B has to read this because he's become known as, I suppose, quite an innovator, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an interesting opening here from Jessica, who now uses
That's a
the
powerful,
Glamour.
awesome.
Wow.
And
Oof. Oof.
That is not ideal.
Yeah, this could have been a bait because she did a normal summon, but nope. Unfortunately, very slow
That's
start.
a good start.
And we see the Rex.
Dinh-Kha B drawing the Rex for hire, normal summoning to then search the Rookie for hire. And you guys are going to witness how this deck can also function. We saw what it did in game one, going first, setting up that powerful end field, despite the fact of the drone lockbird. Now, do we have a way to find 8,000 damage going second?
Yeah. I think it is incredible anytime that Dinh-Kha B puts his hand on a deck like this and then, you know, invents, you know, these crazy combos. Honestly, yeah. I think,
And
also
this
the
red makes things a lot tougher.
Should Jessica have any hand traps or disruptions, it's not going to do a lot when you have a sprite red on the field.
I'm thinking back to, you know, Marcus Patel and the rivalries they were siding. Unfortunately, that's not the case because that could have been really strong here.
Yeah, you know, the putting together of multiple different engines like this is generally quite risky into cards like Gozen Match and Rivalry of Warlords, but they actually opted not to go with that in the side deck.
She's not using it, so the face down.
Maybe it's the Rikka sheet, because otherwise, if she had the impermanence, she would have activated it, I guess.
Maybe, maybe she wants to wait for gigantic. It's possible, but definitely it is Dinh-Kha who is in the driving seat, and now it's gonna use the Rookie. So tributing this Rex to special summon one from the deck with a level higher or below. And the Ash Blossom. Okay.
All right. Red is chained to that Ash Blossom to negate, and it will resolve to continue with the Rookie special summon. That's the incredible part with the Sprite package, isn't it?
And here we see one of the one-offs, which is the Beat. Few higher. Because as mentioned, you need a level 3 or a level 1 from the Rookie, as you tribute a level 2 monster.
Yeah, so this works out really well here because Beat is sort of the searcher for the deck. When a for hire special summon, it gives you another for hire monster, and then you can continue to extend past that point. All right, well, Dinh-Kha B is going to try and think as to what we're doing next here. Seems a little bit stunned at this point as we try and navigate through this final back row and potential disruption that Jessica has.
Seems like he wants to. Oh, and he has the start. Great.
It really depends if he wants, if he has enough to push for damage, because otherwise he could play more conservatively.
That's the thing, he doesn't actually need to go for game, does he?
Yeah, because like, I mean, he's so far ahead in this game already. So Jessica unfortunately is left only with one card, and the set card has not been activated, so our guess could be that she's not holding any copy of Infinite Impermanence.
Sprite Carrot is the search here for blue, so if there's any spells and traps that Jessica wants to activate, has to be now, otherwise that carrot will come down on the resolution of this search here for blue. Important thing to note as well about starter is that it inflicts damage to yourself as well as locks you into level, rank, and link 2s for the rest of this turn. So I think that's probably why Dinh-Kha was maybe thinking for just a moment, you know, is there anything else I can do before I lock myself down? Like, okay, we're just gonna attack with some weenie little monsters, I suppose, deal some damage, and just try maybe set up something.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, obviously, you want to try to go for game, but Jessica has used a lot of her resources, so even if you just end on a carrot and red, when she has a face-down card and 2 cards in hand at the beginning of the turn, it's fine if you have, you know, double negation. So
yeah, double negation versus 3 cards. I mean, that one final card you have has to be something
really
absolutely
good,
incredible.
yeah.
All right, deciding now, what do we make here? Do we just simply leave the red and the carrot up? Do we want to maybe go for gigantic, get another body out?
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he just passed even. Like in game 1, yeah, he does. He does. Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, he can smell the blood. So let's see what the face down is. Okay, it is the sheet. Yeah.
So this will probably, maybe, force out a activation from the carrot here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
It is. So 2 cards remaining for Jessica. Ooh,
Talent!
Talent! Could have been a sick top deck on her side.
She does need the draw power. I think her only card in hand there was an Ash Blossom.
Yeah,
so trying to
another Ash Blossom.
dig for some engine here to try and continue playing.
Surely needs something.
Yeah, she's just gonna make sure that, you know, some of these effects, or maybe the damage from the starter was not counted, but yeah. Now, let's see.
What can we do with even best case scenario? We top deck a singular copy of Lokai here versus a red, which is still online. We do have the negate. Negate, but not destroy. I suppose that could be a redeeming factor here. So the Rikka deck, obviously so powerful just with the 1 card interaction of Lokai or unexpected die, but that's not ideal.
Okay.
Sunseed Twin is typically what you want to leave inside the deck. So drawing the wrong portion of those seeds there, unfortunately, for Jessica. I think, you know, it's not insurmountable when you, because I'm sure you've experienced, there's a lot of combo decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you need a specific piece to stay inside the deck.
Yeah.
You can do some stuff, but it's never optimal when you draw the twin.
Yeah, it was pretty much as you when you drew the Garden, right, with Brilliant Fusion.
Good old days. Yeah, that's where the OG name comes from, Gem Knight Garnet. So Dryas being special summoned here from the Link summon with the twin, and just passing on it, it looks like.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, and yeah, plays back to Dinh-Kha, who now accesses Runick engine, which is an interesting decision because he's not gonna be able to access, you know, his battle phase, and maybe there could have been a way to end this one, but
I think unless he has, you know, 6,400 damage, the Dryas gets the trigger when you take damage, and then you get to special summon a healer. I don't know, I suppose if you don't have enough through all of that, it's better to just set up even more.
Absolutely. And here, as you can see, we get special summon back a lot of the Furiers. Yeah, this is great from Dinh-Kha. I mean, we did mention as Donner, and we renamed it the new Diamond Direwolf, but in this deck, it actually uses all of its effects, and it's
an incredible card for hire. I mean, it's special summon 2 back. Like that's really, really powerful here, and you know, we get to search the Raphael with the beat here. And I don't think we have any more targets for the Rex, probably. We are only playing the 1 rookie, but hey, that already did its job in the last turn here, so...
Yeah, amazing stuff from Dinh-Kha. Let's see this excavate. Wow, even an Ash.
It's such a good card because it adds anything you ask. It's like a mini pot of duality.
Yeah.
All right, full go Justice for Hire coming back again. Once more, these for hire cards, absolutely crazy synergy with this deck that Dinh-Kha B has managed to come up with. Special summoning the Donpa out of the deck here. That's the level 2 as well as the effect to destroy face-up monsters.
And now he gets back the Donner. Yep.
Wow.
With the Rex gonna
just
pop
incredible.
a card with Donpa. This is huge. And still managing to keep Red and Carrot on the field. How
many draws is this? Is this another 3 here when the destruction of the Dryas?
Yeah.
You're not really Runick when you have 4 Ires, right?
That's an Ash Blossom on the Justice for Hire. All right.
Could get negated. Well,
yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to potentially just tribute off that Donpa. Well, I don't know, I suppose Donpa is your disruption on your opponent's turn, maybe.
I mean, maybe...
don't forget, everyone, we are locked out of the battle phase because the Runick Flashing Fire used especially.
I think you don't negate just because of Nibiru, maybe. You know.
Do you think so?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you know, you
You're
have
so
won.
safe
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Why risk it?
Yeah,
I guess.
there's no reason to do anything risky. The game is all but over here. Dinh-Kha just needs to keep his cool and not do anything completely drastic.
That's why I think he's debating a lot about using this red, but probably he's gonna not go for it. Yeah, he doesn't go for it. Makes sense. And now gonna shut down the Nibiru because he accesses gigantic.
Well, any other disruption from the hand here, locking out by the gigantic sprite. Neither player can special summon for the rest of the turn except level 2s. That includes Nibiru for your opponent as well. Sometimes people forget the Cypher Gamma, if that's also potentially an option.
And again, similarly to the previous turn.
Wow.
What a show from Dinh-Kha, and one more draw remaining for Jessica. Seems like an impossible battle, but she's gonna try her best to stay in this top 64.
It just feels like such a mountain to climb at this point. Okay,
Con it is, no more carrot for Dinh-Kha.
Here it is, the quick play Rex from the graveyard, special summoning, and now we're going to activate the Justice for Hire and the Raphael as a duster to the hand. And now Folgo gets the trigger. Special summon from the
you
deck.
can see Dinh-Kha and Jessica both kind of smiling at each other. I mean, this is huge.
What a deck is
And
this?
you drew 3. Like, wow. If you're in the top 64 and facing, looking at this, you don't want to play against.
It's absolutely
Dinh-Kha.
terrifying.
Is that another princess?
I think it's the last card in hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got
She does have a princess in the graveyard, which potentially can be used. So, but outside of that, yeah, this is her last attempt at staying in this match.
You know, as you mentioned, the synergy between the Fur Hire cards just seems really, really good. I mean, drawing cards on your opponent's turn, very powerful if you can dig for hand traps. But of course, you know, the Fountain works really well with it as well, because you can also see Runicks.
Yeah, but now we see the princess from the graveyard, which maybe Dinh-Kha might have forgotten. But yeah, this is not enough. Nice handshake.